Trying to leave their troubled lives behind, twin brothers Smoke and Stack return to their Mississippi hometown to start again, only to discover that an even greater evil is waiting to welcome them back. And I thought the movie was pretty great, and that should come as a surprise to no one, since I am a big fan of writer-director Ryan Coogler. I loved this filmmaker ever since his debut with Fruitvale Station, but seeing as how I also loved his work on Creed and Black Panther, I would be willing to watch whatever this guy directs. And that definitely included his first foray into the horror genre, especially since Sinners is an original mid-budget film. So, given how good the movie turned out to be, I'm glad that I got the chance to support it in a theater. The crowd I saw it with was definitely into it, even as the story started to twist. Because while this movie starts off as a simple story about racism in the Jim Crow South, it slowly turns into a horror film involving vampires. That's right, vampires. And it's actually pretty awesome. This movie contains the best depiction of vampires that I've seen in a long time. Sorry, Nosferatu fans, but Ryan Coogler was able to modernize the vampire story in a way that just really worked for me personally. And the vampires never take away from the rest of the story being told, since a lot of time is spent getting us acquainted to the main characters before the vampires even ever arrive. But while all of that time did manage to get me invested in every character's story, I can't deny that the slow burn approach was probably a bit too slow for my personal taste. By which I mean, I do think that it took a little too long for the actual movie to get started, and that did make the first act feel a bit sluggish. But once Smoke and Stack successfully managed to get a party going, I finally felt like the film was getting going itself. That being said, I also feel like the movie struggled with wrapping up its story, which is why the film basically has 3 different endings. So I do have some issues with the start of the film and the end of the film, but I can't deny that a huge chunk of the middle felt incredibly damn effective. Because since the performances were all outstanding, and the characters were incredibly well written, this helped ramp up the stakes and the tension once the vampires started showing up. I mean, given how long vampire lore has actually existed, I never thought that I would see the monsters used in an allegory about racism, but Coogler definitely made it work here, and I respect how the filmmaker always has something to say. I even enjoyed the way he incorporated music into this story, since Ludwig Göransson's soundtrack is absolutely beautiful and is placed wonderfully at the forefront of the film. So the direction is fantastic, the writing is incredible, the story is engaging, the performances are outstanding, the horror is suspenseful, the special effects are amazing, the themes are quite strong, and the music is beautiful. Meaning that even with the issues I may have with the beginning and the end, I can't deny that this is definitely the best film of the year right now. Sinners is an undeniably damn good movie, and it would definitely get a recommendation from me. This is another fantastic addition to Ryan Coogler's impressive filmography, so I can't wait to see what he has planned for the next Black Panther film. But I appreciate anyone who took the time to hear my thoughts on this movie, so as always, thanks for watching.